Hey guys, this is Dr. Shaw with the Upper Cervical Spine Center, and today we have my friend and patient Blake here. He came into the office for a pretty specific reason. So Blake, why don't you go ahead and tell us about that?
Yeah, sure. Well, I was experiencing terrible vertigo and drop attacks for months, and that's why I came, because I found out about Upper Cervical Care and I tried other things that were not helping me at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that vertigo, those drop attacks, I know you had, ringing in the ears and the loss of hearing and stuff. We call that Meniere's disease. And unfortunately, conventional care doesn't really know what to do with Meniere's disease, but we see a lot of patients with Meniere's, someone like Blake. So what did you try before Upper Cervical Care?
Yeah, I literally was at an ENT that was showing me a flow chart, and I was telling all my symptoms, and he followed the flow chart down to the conclusion that all these symptoms were Meniere's disease. And so going to the ENT, audiologist, even my primary care physician, with the loss of hearing and all these other symptoms, it was pointing to Meniere's disease. So they were telling me, hey, there's no cure. You're just going to have to do these things to avoid all these problems you're having, which meant maybe high blood pressure medicine, maybe avoiding salt in your diet, maybe getting a hearing aid. All these things that would just reduce the symptoms, but there really wasn't any hope of a cure.
Right. They couldn't really find the cause of this Meniere's disease, right? Right. And so, unfortunately, that's a lot of times what conventional healthcare does is they throw drugs, they throw surgery or whatever device at the symptoms without actually getting to the cause. Blake, how long did you suffer with this Meniere's disease before you found us?
Yeah, I'd say that was probably, that was about 9 months.
Wow.
9
So
months.
9 months of not being able to hear very well, ringing in the ears, drop attacks. Tell people, what is a drop attack?
Yeah, all of a sudden you would begin to sense that the room or whatever space you were in was spinning out of control, and I could not keep my balance, and I literally would just go to the floor. And the best thing I could do was just to be perfectly still, and sometimes it would last for an hour, and sometimes it would last for, I had an 8-hour incident one time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's just completely life altering when you're experiencing that stuff. So again, I'm so happy you found us, and since you found us, you've been under care for a little while now, but how have the results been?
Yeah, fantastic. Now, the first month was intense because I was coming here 3 times a week, and it was like a battle to break out of it. And I saw improvement, and then a setback, and then improvement. But I'm so glad that you encouraged me to stick with it. That was the key. I felt like, was sticking with it. But since then, my hearing has been restored. I have not had any of those symptoms after working through those first 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, I've been doing this now for 6 months, and I have had no problems with being able to work, being able to work out, being able to do all the things that I used to do. In the last 2 or 3 months, I've been fantastic.
That's amazing. We love hearing that, Blake.
Yeah.
And now you're coming in every other week, once a month.
Yeah.
Coming all the way from Asheville, a couple hours away. We're here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah.
So you're all the way out in Asheville, but you still telling people about us?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm telling somebody next week.
That's
I can't
amazing.
wait to get them down here.
That's amazing. Well, hey, Blake, thank you so much for doing this testimonial for us. And at the Upper Cervical Spine Center, we just want to be able to help people like Blake. So if you're suffering from the dreaded Meniere's disease, give our office a call at 704-588-5560. We'll be happy to do a free consultation, and then if we need to do an exam or x-rays, we'll go from there, okay? If you're not in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, or Asheville, North Carolina area, give our office a call anyway. We'll be happy to find an upper cervical doctor as close to you as possible. Have a wonderful day and take care.